Hi everybody! Okay, so we're gonna make some fresh pasta now. The recipe's for 1 serving of pasta, but I think we're gonna make it for 2 people. You can use a measuring cup if you want. I have a very good eye. Also, I did this before. So need 2 cups of flour. You probably should use a measuring cup, but I'm really good at this, I swear. There's my flour in my bowl. That's my cat. Some salt, and you need half a teaspoon of salt. Okay, actually 1 full teaspoon because it's for 2 people. There we go. And I'm gonna grab my whisk and whisk it all together so it's all nice and mixed up. And at this point, if you want to add some more spices, you can. I think cloves taste good. Who knows? Who knows? So you can just put like however many you want. So like, bam, bam. It's good. I had fresh oregano, so I'm gonna grab some of this and put it in now. And actually, I'm gonna cut this oregano into you see the stalk, and then you go against the way that the leaves are growing, and then they all come off just like that. Beauty. I don't know if this is or if I'm supposed to teach people stuff, so I'm just gonna pretend I'm teaching people stuff. Are you learning things, Maya? Oh, great. So I chop up this oregano. And what some people do is they like bunch up the oregano and like roll it up so that they can cut like a whole bunch of small pieces at once. I might just mute over myself when I'm editing this because I don't know what I'm saying. All right, so then you grab these and you put it in your dry mixture. Can you smell that, Maya? It smells so good. Yeah. Whisk it up again. And you make a little hole in the middle of your flour. You see that hole? Crack an egg into it. And this is just the binder. Right into the hole there. And we crack it into the hole. My hole wasn't deep enough. That's okay. Now you take your whisk and you just break up your eggs and whisk them a little bit. I think some recipes suggest you whisk them before you put them in here, but on Food Network they do it like this, so I'm just gonna do what the Food Network chefs do. A lightly whisked egg right in the middle there, and then you just like mix it all together. Yeah. Hello! Can you just help me and take this is just regular olive oil, and so you only need like a tablespoon of this, really, but I'm gonna use it to oil my hands so stuff doesn't stick to my hands, and then it's also gonna mix into the pasta. And so you wanna mix it until it's like solid dough. My sleeves are getting in the way. Boop. Hello! Okay, so now I put flour in my hand so it wouldn't stick as much, and it's now like a solid dough. It's still a bit lumpy, but that's okay because it's kneading time. So you just flour your board and you put your dough down on that. The instructions I found on the internet say knead it for like 3 to 4 minutes. I don't usually keep track, I just knead it until it like is smooth. Yes, what I saw on the Food Network is to knead dough, you just like lift it up and then push it down, and then lift it up and then push it down. I've made this pasta a few times, and after kneading it for as long as I think it needs to be kneaded for, it's usually pretty smooth by the end. Boop-a-doop. Hi! Okay, so my dough has been beautifully kneaded. It's all nice and smooth now. I'm going to just grab my knife and cut it in half. I also grabbed my rolling pin because we're going to do that. I'm going to cut it in half because it's just like this easier to roll. Oh, look at that. And I just put that off to the side. I'm going to put flour on my rolling pin. Whoop. There we go. And I'm gonna put flour on the dough. And you don't want it to stick to anything because that'll just like make it tear. Rolling dough. And then you're just gonna roll it out until it's the thickness that you want your pasta to be. And it might take a while, so. Hi! Okay, so I finished rolling out my dough and it's pretty thin, like. Now we're gonna make it into actual noodles. Okay, so lift it to make sure it's not sticking. I put some flour on it so that it won't stick when I roll it. You can also just cut it in strips, but I think it's easier if you just roll it like that. Beautiful pasta. So now it's in a roll, we're just gonna cut it. Depending on what kind of noodle you want, that's how thick you'll cut it. What kind of noodle do you want, Maya? So like thick or thin noodles? Thin? So that's thin. Let's look at our noodle. Boop, ta-da! Beautiful noodles. So I'm just gonna do them all that thickness. Okay, so I have finished cutting my noodles into the thin noodle that Maya wanted. And they're all like little rolls, and you could just unroll them. Ta-da! You have noodles. difficult, so I'm just gonna unroll all of them. Yep. Hi, okay, so I'm gonna separate the yolks from the whites to make our meringue for the dessert. Take off the top of it and then drop in. We'll usually do this with a larger bowl. Yolk all separated. So that's one. Oh, making the caramel sauce for my cake. Dulce de leche, cream, brown sugar, butter, yeah. Okay, so I didn't have enough cream because I needed cream for my sauce and for the cake part that goes on the cake. And I only had this, so I just super quickly ran over to Starbucks and got just like a straight up cup of whipping cream because Maya works there and she was like, I'll help you out, friend. Okay, so Maya's at work now. I'm gonna make cream filling part of my super caramel crunch cake. So I have my whipped cream and we're gonna pour it in my bowl. And then I also have my whipped cream that I borrowed from Starbucks. Also put some vanilla and nutmeg and I'm also gonna pour that into my bowl. Oh, I gotta get my icing sugar. Transferred it to this because the bowl isn't big enough. I'm gonna whip it. Oh, I already measured in the icing sugar. That's my face. And then it'll turn into whipped cream, and then I'll assemble the cake. Put the cream, put the caramel sauce, cake, cream, caramel sauce, cake, cream, caramel sauce, and then serve it. It'll be delicious. Mixing up my whipped cream and my caramel sauce. Yeah, so we're carameled up and we're gonna put the next layer of cake. I mean, ideally it would be a solid layer, but it did not work out 100% when I was making it. It's gonna be like kind of sort of a deconstructed cake. Ah, beautiful.